Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster battle playing as the Pirates of Sartosa, you know, my favorite faction in the entire game. And this is a very special Saving a Disaster battle because it was sent in by Enticity. Enticity is an excellent player, and he live streamed this particular campaign, I think it was last night, and fought this battle where he was initially in camp stance. Two armies of Skaven attacked him, he backed off, and then they attacked him again and successfully ambushed him. There's no retreat. If we lose the battle, it gets wiped out. Now, in his attempt at the battle, he did actually manage to win, but it was the real definition of Pyrrhic victory. He suffered 1,414 casualties. And so at the end of his victory there, his audience asked, send it to Legend of Total War and see if he can beat it, or even better still, see if he does a better job. Now, doing a better job is subjective. It depends on what parameters you're using. But for me, it would be to suffer fewer casualties. So that's my goal there. 1,414 casualties or less. But also on top of that, he wasn't quite playing on the hardest difficulty. Sneaky, sneaky Enticity. I'm sure it was just like an oversight because you're probably not checking this stuff all the time. And whenever I do a disaster battle, I always check this stuff. You were just not quite on the highest AI stat modifier. Now, I don't think that would have made any real difference on the battle. Pretty sure he would have had basically an identical outcome. But yeah, I'll just bump it up there anyway. Alright, so we can't pause the battle when the battle begins. We can't pause at all because of legendary difficulty. So I kind of want to explain my thoughts before I get into it, because once I start, I really am going to be flustered because this is going to be a shit show right from the get-go. The enemy forces that we have to deal with initially are extremely aggressive. They've got 4 pieces of artillery, and depending if they position them differently than in Anticity's battle, they're going to dish out tons of damage, because our army is very vulnerable to their army. Super bloody vulnerable. Now, the way that Enticity beat the battle was just microing his guts out. I'm going to do things a little bit differently, because if I do the same thing that he did, then I'm probably just going to get the same results. So I want to try to get a much better result, and I think tactically he should have used the forest as cover, given how much artillery and missile units they've got, and also just the benefit of being able to maneuver around when you're hidden. That is going to be way more useful to us. Now, the ogres aren't going to fight super well in the forest, but anything that we can do to reduce their missile effectiveness is going to be massively advantageous to us. Now, the real challenge, though, is getting into the forest as safely as possible, because it's going to be a massive scramble. Because we're going to be basically in a tight formation right from the get-go, there's no two ways about it. We're going to take massive casualties. But I just need to try to minimize that as best as we can. They've also got Menace Belows. They'll probably try to slow us down on the approach. They've got Poison Wind Globadiers, which are going to cause area of effect damage. So, yeah. I reckon like most of the damage that we suffer on this battle will happen at the very beginning of it, because that's the point where I can't control how much damage we're going to suffer. It's only after we get away from them can I control it to some degree. So what we want to do, I really sort of hate how with ambushes doesn't let you. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I was going to say, it doesn't let you command your units very effectively. So, we want her in a control group. Control group. No. This way. Don't go around there. So, there's a bit of an obstruction there. Okay, we want to get rid of these Plague Claw catapults. Let the ogres sort that out. Try to keep these guys as spread out as possible. If you guys could get into the fight with this one. Don't use any of the army abilities just yet. Okay, Poison Wind Globadiers, we've got to try to stop them. Is that neutralized? Yes, it is. Okay, get them out of here. Someone's probably going to have to be left behind. I think a few units are going to have to be left behind. You're staying behind. Go. And this one here, it's already damaged. You stay behind. Just try to get everyone else into the forest, especially the ogres. Go. You're all badly damaged. You can stay behind as well. And then everyone else, yeah, we're taking some damage. Get them in here. What about you? Yeah, so they're just trying to really pin us down and dish out shitloads of damage. Now would be a terrible time for us to turn around and fight. Oh, she didn't listen to the goddamn order. Super disadvantageous position, so we've got to get away from there. Alright, let's see if we can manage to get this guy out of here. Another thing to keep in mind is that the AI is most aggressive at the very beginning of the battle, and that's when the AI is at their best. If you can manage to survive for 5 minutes, the AI actually kind of gets like gassed out and starts making really stupid decisions. oh my god, he's gonna do it by exploiting the AI. Well, I just understand how the AI works, and it's just like, don't fight your enemy when they're at their strongest. Duh. Okay, so let's try to neutralize this artillery piece here. So they're getting some shots in. There's another one over there. I'll see if I can get the ogres around that way. Although that's when Ichor is going to be coming in, so maybe not. So this one here, I think that's one's going to get wiped out. There's no two ways about that. This one here, try to draw them away if we can. How are we going with that? That's been neutralized. Cool. Just move Aranessa out of here. She can slip away. Yeah, some of our units are just going to get wiped out. Like I said, there's no two ways about it. Bring them in here. This will provide a lot of protection from their enemy missiles. And hopefully some of our units can start hiding. I think that went about as well as can be expected. Obviously some units got pretty much wiped out, but there was no two ways about it. Even if we stood and fought there, that was just their fate, basically. Now, we want to be killing enemy generals and heroes as much as possible because our troops are not the best at dealing with that. Maybe these ones here don't shoot while we're in the forest. So there's a Storm Vermin, Sword and Shield. Plague Monks, okay, you guys can deal with that. Actually, maybe go deal with the Plague Monks first, because they'll dish out damage quicker. Plus, they'll be quicker. Draw them in this way. Storm Vermin we might be able to outrun somewhat. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape with her. I want her to go and fight Ichor, ideally. I'm so glad that he didn't put Aranessa on that fucking stupid mount, the Rotting Promethean. Good job, Enticity. Because, yeah, it's the worst goddamn mount. I reckon if he had put it on that mount, not only would he have lost the battle, but I wouldn't be able to win the battle. Because that is such an awful mount for this battle specifically. Just makes her big. And actually kind of lowers her combat capabilities. Alright, so we're not properly hidden. Alright, that worked out pretty well. These ones are starting to hide, that's good. Just try to get them out of there. Don't blob up, but we have to get rid of... Yeah, come back over here, we gotta get rid of these Storm Vermin. Come on, just get back. Okay, these ones here might have to go back in and fight. Luckily, most of their forces are... Alright, let's see how we go here. Most of their forces are not in the forest, so that's good. That unit might actually survive. Maybe. Obviously, the trees will block some of our shots as well. Oh, rattling guns. Okay, I need you lot to get rid of the rattling guns. Go through this way, and there's Gisele's there. Alright, there's another piece of artillery. We need to go and neutralize that. As much as it would be good to get rid of Ichor, the artillery is actually still more of a threat. And all we're really doing at the moment is just buying time. I'm going to save those army abilities. I know when I want to use them, and it's not just yet. Not yet. Yeah, look, they're not going to do that well firing into us. We actually cycle charge here. So Storm Vermin. Yeah. Deal with that. We're going over here. Yeah. The trees will be blocking a lot of the shots. Not all of the shots. But we just need them to block enough of them. Alright, how we go here? So, it did a bit of damage to Ichor with Aranessa. She's in kind of better shape than him. Kind of. Ran back too far there. But we've got some of their Storm Vermin broken. That's good. All we want to do is just get them off the battlefield as quickly as possible. Quick march! Take position! Alright, neutralized. All artillery has now been neutralized. That's great. Whenever Ichor comes in to fight, I'll accept it. Okay, if we could get these guys out of here, that'd be amazing. So yeah, they're shooting at us. They're doing some damage. They probably did most of their damage at the beginning there. And this is going pretty well against Ichor, because Aranessa is anti-large. She doesn't have magical attacks though, because Ikiclaw, I believe he's got a lot of physical resistance. Right, I'm going to try not to get into too much of a blob right now with Aranessa. Obviously we've got these, but they're limited number of uses, so I want to make sure if I'm going to do it, I'm going to get a lot of value out of it. I guarantee you, we will end the battle having used up all of them. Guarantee it. Okay, last one over here, we got a break. Just charge in there, there we go, that's gone. Get in over here, try to route... Try to get these ones here to hide and make sure that they stay routing. How are we going here? Okay. Yeah, just keep trying to run down this way. That's where Ikiclaw's going. Okay, we're about to reach the point where we can start using these. So I wanted them to like blob up around Aranessa so that we get the maximum use out of this stuff here. That's good. So good that Aranessa is on, or just being real small. Okay, good. Alright, now things can calm down a little bit, and we can have it... We can do the battle the legend way, which is the cheesy way. Which is to say, the Skaven way. Not the brave way. Okay, so, still want to kill Ikiclaw. That should be our top priority. Why were they revealed? They've got units in this area. Okay, I need to get these ones over here to help them out. Let them just hang back. And Aranessa, I want her to try to draw as many of the enemy forces away from this position. But yeah, their missile units are the biggest threat. I'm not really that concerned about their storm vermin. That's just empty balance of power as far as I'm concerned. It's high-powered, warp block Jezzails, rattling guns, things like that. That's what we need to worry about. Gutter runners are going to be a problem as well. These guys can fire while moving. Try to get these ogres here to help them out. Okay. Drawing a fair few of them out that way. Alright, these ones here are nice and hidden. That's great. Okay, looks like we got those Jezzails. Good. These guys can... Yeah, they can fire while moving. That's great. Warp grinders are they doing a lot of damage to her? No. Because that's actually a pretty good unit for her to take out. It's just not really what I wanted her to take out. Okay, she's maybe doing a bit more damage. They're doing a bit more damage to her than I would have liked. No. Stay in the forest. Yeah, still a lot of missile units in this area here. These ones here pull back. Gutter runners are always a pain in the ass to deal with when you don't have like really fast cavalry. Ikiclaw wants to seemingly come up this way. Can't let that happen. Yeah, so they just drew us out. Problem as well being with the ogres, they're faster than the Skaven by default, but when you put them in the forest, they lose a lot of their speed. Alright, it's good to see that Aranessa has got perfect vigor. That's really good. Good. Catching these gutter runners before they've used up all of their ammo is definitely ideal. Also, another thing that this gives us a bit of an advantage for is recovering our fatigue. So obviously we've had a bit of a fight here, and they're going to keep running around. So if we can get them exhausted and get us nice and fresh, that is going to be really good. Okay, here we go. So Ikiclaw has so far only done 650 damage. Aranessa has no ability to heal, but she beats the shit out of Ikiclaw. She's got the advantage in this situation. Okay, just let them recover a little bit. I want to save this last one for when we're ready to finish him off for good, like when he's just about ready to break. Oh god, I hope that hits a tree. Yep. Well, sort of. It hit the ground, but it didn't hit us. Oh, no. Stay away from that fucking warp grinder. Alright, Ikiclaw was not willing to keep fighting. We need to back off there. That's who we really want to deal with. I think he's the only unit in their army that's actually faster than us. So they're nice and fresh. These ones here, they could definitely use a rest, but I really need the ogres more than anything else in this battle. so we just got to use them. But one of the advantages of splitting up our forces and going into the forest like this is it gets them to split up their forces, so we can pick and choose our engagements with care, rather than have it chosen for us. So I think the ogres will take out the warp grinders fairly quickly. It's good to see they're bringing their army out over this way. Alright, all good there. Alright, I'm gonna have them fire wheel just because warp grinders are actually really annoying units. Yeah, losing some spell resistance there is not gonna make any difference. The Clan Scryer Clanstone is trash. This Warplock Jezzail has actually used up all of its ammo, and it only did 5,000 damage, which is a lot, but it could have done a lot more than that. Okay. Ichor Claw being tired is definitely good for us. This overall engagement here is definitely favorable for us. This rattling gun has done barely any damage. That's a good sign. Alright, Ichor's up front. Good. Just draw him away from the rest of his army, because we want to have a duel with him, and he seems stupid enough to go for it. So the further we can get away from the rest of them. So this one here, looks like a Gracier. That's fine if that wants to get involved. It's good to see so much melee defense. Alright, let's get in there now. But don't use the net just yet, because we're very close to the edge of the map. Use it once he has actually broken, so I need to pay attention to him. So doing this kind of stuff over here, not ideal. So let's just focus on this at the moment, because I want him actually wounded. I'm fairly sure Enticity routed him from the battlefield. Didn't actually kill him. Or, you know, wound him. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's about to break. Yep, no escape. He'll still keep fighting, but one more hit, he's out of here. One more successful hit, that is. Come on. Come on. Good. Wounded. Now go kill that one. Now they're going to suffer a permanent leadership penalty for the rest of the fucking battle. Very nice for us. And the thing is, we needed time for that to happen, which that has allocated for us. Okay, that's it. Move back. It's good they've got no more artillery. But we don't have any more of these spear fisher nets. But I think getting a kill on their legendary lord was well worth it to use them up. So she's still got about half of her health left. And I think she's best used trying to take out the enemy heroes, because that's what our army is probably going to be least effective against. I don't really care about killing that one. So if that one just leaves the battlefield, that's fine by me. I think that's their last spellcaster. And the Jezzails are shooting at us. I should probably try to stop that. Alright. It's good that we've lured all of their forces all the way over here. See, there's a couple of units trying to look for us, but if they go and find us, it's like one unit. That's no big deal. So they've still got a few heroes. I reckon Aranessa should be fine. I mean, these are anti-large with fairly low melee defense comparatively. And they're also, I believe, yeah, quite tired, whereas she's got perfect vigor. So she's can keep going. Now, obviously, we've still got these army abilities here, but my plan is to get them to blow up around Aranessa so we can just really make use of them. Because the more of them we kill with army abilities, the fewer casualties we're going to take. Another thing is that trying to neutralize as many of their... maybe 2-on-1s, not ideal. We can pick and choose our engagements with a bit more care. Okay, how are they going? So they're slowly recovering their fatigue. This one coming in over here is fine. I might actually send these guys, because that's just a clan rat unit. That's no big deal. Send them to go and... oh shit, I really should have them not firing. Well, they just gave away the position. And shattered units. And you see, as soon as our units get detected, see how they all just like start running out this way? not really what we wanted to have them do. Alright, actually, just back off. I want to jump on this one here, but while I'm fighting them, they'll catch up. Because they're not all completely exhausted yet. Okay, another thing is that we really need to get rid of the Poison Wind Globadiers. They're not going to do much damage to her. What Enticity also managed to do was get the Warp Fire Throwers to shoot at their own units, but I may have already gotten rid of their Warp Fire Thrower, because I don't see it any... No, there it is. Okay, well they are shooting their own troop a little bit. And her missile resistance is pretty good. Actually, I think we're at 90% missile resistance, as long as it's not magical attacks. So yeah, getting them to kill off some clan rats, that's great. Yeah, we're not suffering too much damage from that. It does slow us down a little bit. Now, it's got their banner here, but that's just where the banner is, not the actual unit itself. The unit itself is... I don't know. So ideally, we don't want to be fighting their heroes while they're mixed in amongst infantry. If they're away from them, that is ideal. Are we not hidden? Alright, let's get the ogres. They're now all... let's just get these ones, the manis, because they're fresh. Bring them out over here. See if we can draw them a bit more this way. I really need to get rid of these heroes. So yeah, they're all heading out this way. That looks actually like a pretty good blob. I'm going to take that. I was hoping to get them into a massive blob fighting Aranessa, but honestly, that's better. If we're not in a fight and they're still blobbed up. Okay, these goddamn Jezzails. Do you want to fight them? Just wait for the right opportunity. But yeah, we're no longer really in an ambush battle. This is just like a regular battle, I guess, now. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to rush into the forest. So it stopped being like an absolute shitfest, where we can't pick and choose our engagements with care. Alright, I'm going to go in here, because he's only mixed in amongst ratling guns. That's not a big deal. Oh, and clan rats. Oh, she's got glittering scales as well, so that's also reducing their combat capabilities. Just leaving him out in the open over this way. Alright, so that one... Okay, fine. If you want to shoot at these clan rats, that's fine. This thing's just gonna... Oh, hang on, they're actually kind of obstructed. Don't worry about it right now. Just get back. Bring those other ones back over here. Just use the melee. We'll route that straight away. Alright, we took a little bit of damage. She's obviously not going to last forever doing it this way. But sometimes waiting for these abilities to recharge, because an extra 20% melee... sorry, 24 melee defense and 20 damage resistance. Obviously will significantly reduce the amount of damage we take. They don't seem to care at all about the man-eaters. Just give it some time, they'll eventually send a unit over there. Good, we took out the clan rat with it only dishing out 160 damage. Run them down or just get them off the battlefield, whatever. Don't want to fight storm vermin, but yeah, anytime that I can see like a... Ooh, that actually looks pretty good. Take that. That looks cool, but it really doesn't do very much damage. Oh, it's non-armor piercing. So I should be using it on plague monks more than anything. Is this armor piercing? Yes, 100%. So that's what I should be using on storm vermin. Alright, that has left the battlefield. Get them back there. Alright, how are you going? You have recovered your fatigue. Yep, okay, cool. Get them to the edge of the map, edge of the forest there. I'm actually really surprised they're not sending anyone over to the ogres. This is annoying. Is there even any rats there? I can't check because I don't have a strict camera halting me. Alright. So yeah, they're getting more and more exhausted. This is what I was hoping for. The more tired they get, it gives us, you know, a bit of a stat... Well, it reduces their stat advantage against us, basically. Maybe I need to bring more of the ogres over here. Just, I don't want the Jezzails to shoot at us. That's a annoying unit to deal with. They're kind of faster than the... No, they are actually faster than the ogres, because as soon as you get close, they put down the snare net. Yeah, best thing I can do with that is actually to get it to waste its ammo, because I can't catch it. Or I guess I could shoot it. I get that one up over here. Just watch out for Jezzail shot. Holding down space to... Oh, hang on, here we go. To see where they're able to shoot from. Okay, no, back off. So hang on, let me see what's going on over here. Is there any rats in there whatsoever? No, it's just the banner for that unit. Yeah, just get them back inside. Alright, looks like we got hit by a hero. Let's get her out of there again. That one's almost been dealt with. I don't have to kill it on this battle. Try to get it out. Because yeah, when you turn your back to them, you do suffer a bit more... well, it's, you lose melee defense. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's bring the ogres out this way. Alright, do they have Jezzails left? Well, don't they get them... They stalk? I can actually check that stat. They're not stalking. Okay, so we can see it. It's this one here. It's already pretty badly damaged. Alright, bring them back over here. So I want to shoot down this way at their units. Yeah, it does a bit of damage. I can say that's fantastic. Okay, that looks alright, I'll take that. Yeah, I've got to get rid of these goddamn heroes. Don't have huge range on these guys, but at least they're faster than their average rat. Good, this is like the ideal situation here because none of their other infantry are going to get in the way. That's why I want these distractions. Shooting at clan rat spears, well, at least they don't have shields. I don't care if we're not shooting into storm vermin. That's, like I said, I wasn't really concerned about storm vermin anyway. Just for a bit, get their attention so that Aranessa can have this duel without them getting in the way, which she has successfully routed him. Like I said, don't need to kill it. It would be better if we do, but we don't need to. I think we should be able to because he's inflicted wounds. She's inflicted wounds on him. Ogre's still over here. It's fine. We got shot at something, did we? Anyway, they'll be hidden again soon. Alright, let's now bring... I need another control group. Yeah, 4 for them, 5 for them. Bring them over to the edge here. So we can start drawing some units over this way. Come on, kill him. Good. One more hero left. No one's going over here. Okay, hey, hang on. See how few units are chasing after Aranessa now? This is what we want. Bring the ogres over this way. Okay, I think they've just taken the attention. Alright, get rid of these rattling guns. That's good. So yeah, we split up into a bunch of different groups, and then we just engage where it's favorable and don't engage where it's not favorable. Oh, but that's not fair. I think you do better for blobs than that. They're sending a lot of units over here now. Still, I'm getting the kills on the rattling guns. That's a very high value unit. Bring this one back. Alright, I need them to reveal themselves so that they take us a bit more seriously over here. Maybe reveal these ones as well. Alright, let's see about using the ogres and Aranessa to take out this storm confirm it. Yeah, but the rattling guns will shoot at the ogres if we don't at least rout them or get them a bit further back. No. This looks pretty good. If I can just aim this right. I'd say it was like 80% good. That's it. Don't draw their attention. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that until these arrive. Let's get back, get back, get back. All we're doing is trying to get their attention so that they don't interfere over here. Okay. I don't think these storm vermin are going to do much damage to Aranessa, but I want to make sure that we kill them as quickly as possible, so we pop down that ability the moment the ogres can get in. There we go. So that we dish out the maximum damage, because obviously we don't want to stay in prolonged combat with them for very long. The shorter the time, the better. Would you like to check to see how much damage they're dishing out on us? Which is none. Probably because they got knocked on the ground and now they're routed. Good. I don't think they managed to land a single hit on the ogres there. So that's great. Okay, let the ogres run that down while Aranessa goes find another target. Okay, this one's coming out over here by itself. Great. Let it do that. So what's going on over here? They're not sending anyone... Oh, they're sending a couple over this way, maybe. Just okay, just leave them there for the time being. Good, the rattling gun got wiped out. Good, this looks very nice over here. Alright, I'll take that. I'd say that was 90% good. Alright, so these are Jezzails. Alright, just have these ones deal with that. And the abilities are ready again. Nice. Oh, shit. Okay, I see what they're trying to do here. They've pulled a smart on us. They're trying to get us distracted so that these ones can get around over here so that we can't hide again. We got to get back in here pronto, or we're going to be... Yeah, okay. They actually pulled a pretty smart move there. Right. I think I caught on a bit too early for them to pull it off, I think. Because, yeah, now these guns here are going to keep a constant sight on us. Let's get them over there. So we need to get as many of our guys over here hidden as possible so that they back off. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright, there's not really anything that we can do to catch this unit. If we can shoot it, that'd be great. Okay, yeah, probably best way to deal with them is just shoot them. Good, so these ones here, they only did 387 damage. They're definitely not trading their worth. Bounce Bow is still in the enemy's favor. Yeah, just escort that one off the battlefield. Alright, I'll get these guys to go take out those Jezzails rather than the gunners. Good, that one's been dealt with. Our guys are just active. They're not exhausted. That's great. Aranessa, once again, needs to go and draw another unit over here.
Free company, militia! What do you bid? Understood! Moving now!
Alright, still one more hero in there, keeping their leadership somewhat together. They don't have any Jezzails in here, so I think we technically outranged them with this, with these guys here. So take a couple of shots and then back off. So that's not going to get wiped out. Why don't you run that down?
Free company militia! Yes, sir! Awaiting
Our
orders!
infantry here should be able to outrun the Giselles, and they're of course terrible in melee. Okay, watch out for the rattling guns because they actually do outrange us by I think 5 points. Okay, once again, bring them out, get their attention over here. Hopefully they just bring like 1 unit over this way. I'm fine with that. It's 1 unit. I wanted a duel. Not with the rattling guns. Stay away from them. Stay away. Come on, you guys need to be a bit more responsive. Okay, lucky they didn't shoot back at us. Okay, that Storm Vermin unit is wiped out. Good, they're getting a chance to recover their fatigue. Nice. And the enemy forces, they're all exhausted now, so that's great. That's going to give us quite a big advantage. Okay, last one of these, because this is a fairly big blow. Make sure we're hitting those plague monks. Alright. Okay. I don't think they should ever shoot off against the rattling guns. Draw them into the forest. And then we'll just charge at them in melee. Could send this one and maybe go after it. Maybe. This is... Oh my god. I kind of wish I had saved up them a bit longer. Holy crap, that's good. Alright, yeah. Go over there. I think that's their last rattling gun. I'm not fighting this. They've got Poison Wing Globadiers. We won't win that engagement. Fuck that. So... yeah, just bring them in close and then run back in, because we're faster than them now, because they're exhausted. Not sure if this guy's going to get there in time. Good with wounds. It's going to drop their speed a little bit. Alright, back into the forest. Use the terrain here as a bit of cover. That's it, they're obstructed, they're trying to move closer. Closer, closer, closer. Use the terrain. Come on, move, be a bit more responsive. God damn, that's unresponsive. Holy shit. Come on! Stupid fucking ogre. Alright. It didn't do that much damage, but yeah, we got him, Because now they're in skirmish mode. You don't shoot, because you'll shoot the back of their head. Get them back out over here, because they've turned back around. We need to finish that one off. Can't get too close. Even just getting rid of a few of them. Oh look, they don't even have the unlimited ammunition. They're the AI definitely does get it. I guess they don't get it all the time. We did kill him, right? Yeah, the rat's on the ground there. Oh, the music just shifted, so we're definitely winning the battle. But can we win this battle taking really low casualties? That's what I'm looking for, because our army looks like it's in okay shape. We've got to keep in mind that several units got absolutely obliterated in order for us to get into the forest. Yeah, don't get too far down here. And just shoot at them wherever we can. Gutter Runner Slingers should be a higher priority just because of their stalking. Even though they've got physical resistance. I mean, I can't catch them otherwise. They're too fast. Anyone that gets close to them, they slow down. Slow them down. And they're also not going to do that much damage for us. But we also don't want to stay there just getting shot, so back off. Unfortunately, the rattling guns do come back. I'll send Aranessa to go sort them out. Now, because they're staying in a tight formation now, getting them separated is maybe going to prove a little bit more challenging. It's good to see that some of their units have really low morale. These ones over here, that looks promising for us to go and hit. Especially their missile units. Once we've dealt with their missile units, everything will be easy. Because they're the ones that can just massively push their balance of power back in their favor, if we let them. Obviously, I'm not going to let them. Good. And even got Aranessa's attention. Aranessa's got their attention, I mean. Don't just charge headfirst into warp fire throwers. Because, yeah, by charging into the flank, it forces them to have to turn around. That takes time, so maybe you can get in just that little bit closer so that they can activate their skirmish mode. Now, stay on the high ground over here. Oh, that rattling gun's not going to save you. These ones are mine. So, yeah, it's doing some damage to us, but like I said, keep the eye on the prize. Alright, they're coming back around over this way. That's fine. I don't mind fighting a few of them over here, but not the whole army. Keep that storm vermin aggroed on us. That would be good. Okay. Maybe get Aranessa to try to get at that rattling gun, because that actually ended up doing a fair bit of extra damage there. But I had to get rid of these gutter runner slingers. They're quite dangerous. In fact, they're kind of more dangerous than the rattling guns in this battle here because of that goddamn net ability. So getting rid of them is a big advantage for us. Same that she doesn't have Foe Seeker. I don't know if she does get it. I'd never play Aranessa. Fucking hate this campaign. Alright. Come on, get the kills! Okay, the... what's it called? Are dead. Warp fire throwers. Alright, get them back up here. Another thing as well is that if we can manage to retain as much balance of power as possible, goddamn rattling guns, then we should be able to inflict an early army losses on the enemy. So what I mean by early army losses, obviously played the battle for 40 minutes. What do you mean by early? Premature evacuation, which is they leave the battlefield while they've still got a good amount of balance of power remaining, so that we don't have to just lose shitloads of troops. Now the thing is, if they rout while they're in the middle of the battle, we've still got a good amount of force here to run them down. Especially when, actually no, when they shatter, their exhaustion is no longer taken into consideration for their speed. It allows smashed armies to get off the battlefield a little bit easier if they don't suffer that penalty. Okay, move back there. Because, I mean, if you think about it, a shattered unit would have, like, dropped its weapons and just left the battlefield, running for their lives. And so just sort of, to represent that, kind of just dropped off the fatigue. Good, finally get rid of that goddamn rattling gun. No one's going to save it this time. Yeah, this one here could still rally. So shoot them or whatever, just get rid of them. Alright, they're bringing a couple units over this way. They're bringing all their troops over here again. Okay, the rattling gun's finally shattered. Make sure it gets wiped out so they have to recruit a new one. Yep, fully gone. Good stuff. That one has not been wiped out yet. And it came back. Not as damage dealing as the rattling guns, but still dangerous to us. Alright, get back down over here again. Gotta keep drawing them over this way. Basically a game of tug of war, where tug them over that way, then over this way, and then eventually deliver the final blow. Except I guess we're playing both sides. Alright, if they only bring melee... No, they can't bring the Poison Wing Globadiers. That'll fuck us up. So if they bring the Globadiers, we've got to back off. Okay, that unit's wiped out. We don't need to do any more of that. Alright, Aranessa. I might need to just send you in to go sort that out. So their range is 85, our range is 90. So I can take like maybe 1 or 2 shots on the Storm Vermin before backing off. We are faster than them. Okay, they're not... I think they're being a bit indecisive. We've got Storm Vermin out in the open here. Just get them to shoot. Speed us up a little bit. Yeah, once I've gotten rid of the Globadiers, then we can utilize these ones here way more effectively. It's just... So, like, the Storm Vermin will pin us down, keep us busy, and then the Globadiers will kill their own units, but they'll destroy so many of our infantry. That's why we've got to be very careful with them.
Expecting pilots.
Cut their chips! No doubt! Cutlass is out! Done! Kill!
So they're trying to bog us down with melee infantry. Not interested. Don't have to fight. We can slip away. Go for their...
With pleasure!
Go for those units. Yeah, if that one was... Okay, moving maybe a little bit. Also, if the... No, even if the Poison Wing Globadiers are the only ones going over here, still don't do it, because we won't wipe them out instantly. One volley of them is worth like 10 volleys of ours. We can't let them do that. Okay, we've almost used up all the ammo there, which is fine. That lowers our balance of power a little bit. That's okay. I kind of want to keep them fighting as long as possible so we wipe out more of them. I feel like I'm going to take fewer casualties than what Enticity did by quite a large margin, but I think he's going to end up with more kills because the enemy forces fought to the death a bit more. Good, the enemy forces are starting to spread out a bit more. That's what we want to see. Still, loads of Storm Vermin with halberds. We can't be sending Man-Eaters just charging headfirst into that, obviously. Hey, if they want to shoot their own troops, I'm all for it. Okay. Okay, don't want to stay in prolonged combat. Let's get out of that. Actually, if they stay like this, let's try to sneak up on them and shoot while she's pinning them down. It's a little bit of a risk. As long as we make sure that the Poison Wing Globadiers are busy. She's getting pretty worn out. She hasn't yet been inflicted with wounds.
Free company militia! Formation, march!
Moving! Onward!
That's it. Keep the Globadiers in this area. Cool. Don't get too close. All we want to do is shoot them
Take the ground!
without them firing back at us. Plague Monks coming in, which we are marginally faster than them. Okay, move them back. But due to the charge speed, they might actually catch us. But we're drawing them into the Sartosa Free Company. They should finish the job there. Don't let that happen. Stop bringing them in.
Understood! Free company!
Okay, bring these around the flank so we can shoot at them.
Show us the foe!
Yeah, if they let those Globadiers get over here, we are in big trouble. Alright, charge. Yeah, charge at the Globadiers now. Get them around the side up on the high ground here so they can shoot without too many obstructions.
Free company! At speed! Charge! Free company militia!
Get them in here. Just try to cycle charge. Oh, wait, they fucking just warp block. No. What are they called? Warp grinders. Army lost. Army lost them. That's a premature evacuation, I think, because they still had a lot of bounce of power there.
Ready! Formation! March!
And now we run them down, with their army still being in, pretty good shape.
Prepare for combat! Militia! We obey!
So she did actually. I'm not sure if she's got more or less health than what Enticity had. I'd have to go back and scroll through his stream again to see exactly how much. I know she was like fairly close to death. But yeah, we want to run down as much as we can. So I'll pause the recording here and just continue running them down, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so I ran down as much of them as I could. Obviously, some of them were going to get away because our army is not super fast. And now to check the results. Oh, Aranessa isn't quite done with them. We can slow them down just a little bit. She might get like extra 3 kills. Let's see if I was right. No, she did better than I expected by 1. She got 4 kills. Because every one of them that we kill now is one fewer that has to be killed later. I was hoping for heroic victory, but I got a Pyrrhic victory. Okay, whoa, that's a big difference. Okay, so I lost 500... Oh my god, that one got obliterated. I think that's the only unit that got fully wiped out. So 585 casualties compared to Anticity's 1,414. So I suffered a bit more than a third of the casualties he suffered. In terms of casualties inflicted, he inflicted more by a bit. By a couple of hundred. Because, yeah, if you ever look at how many is remaining for him, there's about 600, a bit more than that, and I got... Yeah, so there's about 250 extra troops that they've got. But we did get rid of Ica Claw and both of the heroes. I let that one go because he was of no real value. Another one. Lord, who cares? Oh, 2 units got wiped out. So he lost one... Actually, if I just skip ahead here in the... I'll just press play here.
1,000 rats down the drain. I love these kind of battles so much. I know, right?
Also, we got the Potion of Farsight. What did he get?
Cooked with the 400 kills there. Send it in. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, let me just freaking... Could you go a bit better quality, please? Okay, that's much
Pretty
better.
funny. I don't know if I saved
So
it.
295 kills on Aranessa. Just comparing, obviously. I don't think my Aranessa got as many kills because I think he spent a lot more time fighting infantry, whereas I spent more time fighting heroes.
Man,
Yeah, look at that
I
man eater.
should
That one
see if
got
I have the save
shredded.
file afterwards,
Lots of
I
kills
don't
on
know
him
if
for
I have
sure.
it,
Alright, let's have a look here. So, yeah, he had 200... we've got 200 more remaining, but he only had 233 remaining. And we've got 1,000 remaining, 875. So it really depends on which way you think it's better. Typically speaking, if you take fewer casualties and inflict the army losses earlier, that means you're going to inflict fewer casualties. And obviously I took about, I don't know, 15 minutes longer than he did. But this plan requires a bit more patience, which is what I find to be a bit more effective. Last little look at this. So how many units of his actually got wiped out? So all of his basic Sartosa units were saved. One Ogre Man-Eater wiped out, that one there. So he actually only lost 3 units completely. Some really close calls there for some of those units, for sure. So I think he did a pretty good job at the beginning of not getting totally smashed. Whereas these guys here, they were basically sacrificed so that we could get away. A necessary sacrifice, in my opinion. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of how I did. I'll let Enticity know that I was able to beat the battle, and you guys can be the judge as to who you think did a better job of it. Obviously, Enticity was faster, killed more of them. I took longer, suffered fewer casualties. That tends to be the difference in playstyles, because I'm more than willing to spend a lot more time on my battles to make sure that my troops stay alive, and obviously utilize cheese so that I can get the ambushes and make sure that the engagements are 100% favorable on mine, rather than just like 20% favorable, compared to Enticity being a lot more aggressive and having focusing more on micro. Anyway, send this one. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out Enticity. I'll leave a link in the description, and we'll see you guys next time. Later, guys.